So we are in the midst of the NHL Stanley Cup Finals between the Chicago Blackhawks and the Boston Bruins. While the players out on the ice take center stage, there are a few unsung heroes behind the scenes making sure the playing field for them is pristine. That is the Zamboni drivers. Last week I got a sneak peek at the art of the Zamboni, and coming up this weekend, you can too. The Zamboni is a 4-ton piece of equipment that can practically turn on a dime. Hockey fans are familiar with it as it gets its time to shine during the intermissions of games, and now you have a chance to take it for a ride during a 2-day fantasy camp in Wilkes-Barre. Jason Jarecki is the general manager of the Cole Street Ice Rink, the rink where the Wilkes-Barre Scram Penguins practice, and he has been a Zamboni driver for over 20 years. His resume includes about 300 Penguins games.
Frank Zamboni was the inventor of the machine, so hence the company is named after him. They're based out of California. Basic model like the one we have, which I believe we purchased 3 years ago, they start at about $85,000, or at least they did as of 3 years ago. You can get the computerized models that do all the cutting and all the water for you. You're over the $100,000 mark at that point.
Jarecki then explained how the machine resurfaces the ice.
See that kind of rusty thing right here? That is your blade. That's what cuts the ice. A new blade is sharp enough for you to shave your legs with. First part of what it does is that blade, you control it with this lever right here. Clockwise makes the cut deeper, counterclockwise actually levels the blade off. That's what cuts the snow and the chewed up ice off the surface. As it is cutting, it is also simultaneously dumping fresh water, and that's the second part, and that's what gives you the flood water, and that is your surface. That is your new surface once it freezes.
Now to the fun part.
Turn the key just like you would for your car.
All the way over?
All the way. There. It's your first step. Pull that lever towards you, put it in reverse. There you go. Keep going.
Okay.
See, that's why I want to do the camp. The look on your face right now just made my whole day. So.
So on the Zamboni, for my first time, we were kind of comparing it before to a tractor. Now, in my teenage years, living on 3 acres of ground in Zion Grove, I could tell you that I've been on a tractor before, and nothing compares to this.
It really is a unique thing. I would, unless you've driven heavy equipment, I don't really know if there's anything else to compare it to, because you're up real high. You have this huge blind spot, so you can't even see half of what's in front of you. So it's a lot of just paying attention to detail and just learning your angles and, you know, learning how that sensitive that wheel is, because if, you know, quarter-inch one way or the other, you could crash into the wall or you could miss your mark, which you don't want to do, especially during a Penguins game, because people will point that out to you afterwards.
So back to the fantasy camp. You'll learn more than just how to drive the Zamboni, but why should anyone do it?
I just think it's a heck of a lot of fun. I've been asked of everything I've done in my professional career, more than anything else. I still get asked, when can I drive the Zamboni? What's it like to drive the Zamboni? It was crazy when the Penguins first started back in 1999. I mean, we weren't part of the team per se. We were just the Zamboni drivers. People were asking us for autographs. It was nuts. That's what I want to, whether you don't have to be a hardcore hockey fan or a hardcore ice skating fan to come and appreciate this.
The camp is this weekend, June 22nd and 23rd. All I can say is it was pretty awesome.
So you are literally starting the way I started 20 years ago.
Okay. So you're saying I could do this?
You're actually a step ahead of me, because my first day I drove outside. They wouldn't even let me on the ice.
If WYLN doesn't work out. Yeah, I do not think that the Wilkes-Barre Scram Penguins will be calling me for any help anytime soon, but it was a lot of fun. For more information on the first ever Zamboni Fantasy Camp at the Cole Street Ice Rink, you could call them at 208-9473 or visit their website at colestreeticerink.com. More sports coming up in the second half, including some Fight and Phil's highlights. They are taking on the Portland Sea Dogs. Stick around, you're watching Late Edition on WYLN.